Hello, and welcome to tutorial 2 on how to smooth your model for NavalArt. As we discussed in the last tutorial, we created a basic turret, but all the sides were flat. The barrel sides were flat, the turret sides were flat, and the pedestal sides were flat. We really don't want that, and we really don't want to have to make so many sides. And so in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you 3 methods on how to go about smoothing your models. First, let's delete all of these. You don't need all of these, you don't need a collection. And let's pop this out. And let's create a cylinder. We don't need to change anything. The cylinder is the best example I can use. So if we were to make this smooth, go here to face and shade smooth. It looks weird. Something does not look right. The first method we can use is actually just make these flat. We don't have to shade these smooth. These are always going to be flat. So shade flat and bam. But there's one key issue. If we were to go select this face right here and shade it flat, shade this flat, you see how there's no smooth transition. This is just a flat face. This is just a smooth face. So one of the key limitations of shading flat a face is that you cannot transition into another face. What we can do instead, as shade back to smooth, is actually select a group of faces. So let's say here, I could do this, and select Y to separate them. Now we actually have 2 distinct smooth faces. This side smooth and this side smooth. Different things, these are different pieces. However, the issue is if I were to go in here and try to select this edge and I try to pull this out, see how I'm just pulling this edge and I'm not pulling this edge? The issue with separation is that you're going to be vertex stacking. What I mean that, but you be having a vertex, this vertex right here, right below it on the same world space. It's going to be another vertex. So you have to go about selecting both vertexes, either by going X-ray or going like this. And let's see if that works. See if I select it, bam, it doesn't select that one. We have to go here, X-ray, and actually go like that to select both of them and move them. And that's a bit of a hassle. We don't want to be doing that. So let's go about on the third method. We want to actually have all of these connected back again. So let's go back to select by distance. And we want these all to be smooth. Now we want to have a little bit control over what edges might be smooth. So we can actually do that by, let's say, selecting this vertex right here. No, this edge right here, this edge right here, and this edge right here. And we want to make that part sharp. So let's actually go here, go into shading, and turn this sharp edge. Now you select out. Well, we really don't see any effects, but we can see effect if you were to go into Object Data Properties, go to Normals, and turn on Auto Smooth. Crank this up. Say 180. See how it's smooth? I mean, because this is a 90-degree angle. If you smooth it out over 90 degrees, it's going to look like this. But I always prefer it to be 180. And I'm just trying to show an example here. But now you can see these edges right here are now sharp, and these are now separate ends of the cylinder. But let's say we also want to turn this top side flat. Select this and select this. And let's turn them sharp. You can also do it like this. Go here and mark sharp. 2 different methods. And now we have one whole model. We can go select the top face, move up as one whole, down as one whole, out as one whole without needing to separate. And so these are the three methods of going about. Now, there's always going to be issues with doing something like this. At least for this one, I forgot to do this. There's going to be one issue when it comes to this, and it's Booleans. Booleans have a tough issue when it comes to sharp edges. So let's go here, add a new cylinder, and let's make this small, just a little bit small. Oh, going crazy. Say, ooh, 1, 1. Pop this out, and let's see if I can replicate this. Hide this. Hold on a second. Actually, it can sometimes happen with booleans, but it can also happen with, let's say, extrude face. Pop this out. See how this edge right here and this edge right here are not have hard edge, and these sides right here don't have hard edges. Only these. It duplicated what the face was like, but didn't duplicate how it's gonna act like. So you have to go through the extra effort of going in and turning these into sharp edges. And now we're done. So always know there's going to be some methods that are better and some methods that are not, and preferentially you're going to stick to one method or another. Whether it's splitting faces apart or by sharpening the edge. Either or method, any can be best. But that's a tutorial for now, and I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial.